and it's not my wisdom, it's that you have to know what God wants,
Yeah.
and I don't know, that's just something I thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's true because, yeah, there are times when jumping into the fray will not be productive or helpful, and instead could be
Especially on social media.
non-helpful, yeah, and detrimental. Yeah, especially on social media. Um, and and in some ways, you're not necessarily. It's not so much indifference as it is choosing not to
That's probably a better way to say
Sometimes we don't want to.
engage in, yeah. Well, I'm talking about more about doing something, but in a constructive way, kind of like we were talking about before with marching versus, or going on. Whatever you said
Marching.
about marches. No,
Oh.
about protests and
All about
stuff like that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I wasn't being clear.
No.
But about,
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
protesting, there are other ways that may be more productive or,
Oh, yeah.
You know,
for sure. And
or
maybe
less
maybe that would
painful
be
to
to
your
encourage
body.
other people to don't protest. Don't get out and get involved in something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But think things through, and we should always try to see both sides of the situation, because our perception usually leads us to one side of whatever's going on. But we should always see the side that maybe isn't something that we think we agree with, just to kind of level the playing field, so to
yes,
speak.
yeah. And unfortunately,
wisdom,
Yeah.
using wisdom.
There you go.
and there are times where you're not being told the full truth,
Yeah.
the whole truth about a situation, but instead it's an attempt to control the narrative,
Yeah.
one way or the other, and so people aren't getting the full story of what's happening. So, for instance, how many of you saw, and I don't know if I can do this from memory, but there was a headline. It was just a headline, and it was about the Olympics, and it was about one of the athletes, minutes after he won, confessed that he had cheated.
See that.
So that was the headline. And I thought, oh, wow, that's, so do you go to the Olympic Committee? What happens with your, And I saw it again, and I went to the story. It had nothing to do with cheating in the Olympics on the game, in a sport. It had to do with one of the athletes cheated on his girlfriend just after he won a medal, and he told about it when he was being interviewed. And I'm like, talk about taking a story and creating a narrative purely for the purpose of getting somebody to click on the link.
It's like 95% of everything out there.
It is.
Yeah, really.
It
Yeah.
is.
And that's why I'm like, you have to be so careful what you read, because,
It can be twisted around.
Anything to get you to click.
Yeah.
You know?
but I mean, would you have ever imagined that that's what that was about? I never would have guessed it.
Yeah,
If
how
I had, 100 guesses, I still wouldn't have guessed that, you know. I was
How
just
many
like,
clicks did they get though? You
oh, there's no telling. There's no telling. And whoever wrote it is like, I did great on that one. Ugh. And of course then you're mad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You're mad that you fell into it. But I couldn't stop. I was just like, what sport, what did you cheat on? What sport? And how are they going to handle and it had nothing to do with that at all. Oh, me. Let's see. How can believers actively stand with the vulnerable rather than remain neutral?
Now, Mark has specifically brought out immigrants, but the vulnerable can be people with disabilities.
That's right.
It can be people who are
It can
in
be the
poverty.
elderly.
It can be the elderly.
Yeah.
And
It
I
can
don't
be.
care where you look in the Bible, God is always for the underdog.
Yeah.
The people who can't take care of
Don't have a
themselves
voice
and
sometimes.
don't have a
Yeah.
voice. And of course that speaks to me because I have Camille and to just a lot of, like our elderly parents and, all that. And man,
Well, that's one of those situations, and that's really what the question, I guess, is saying is, how can believers actively stand with the vulnerable rather than remain neutral? Well, if you have compassion, if you have a heart for the vulnerable, you can't stand by idly and just watch somebody take advantage of them. You're just like, no. And you do something to come alongside them and to try and help the situation.
and even if you feel like you can't in a particular situation, you can always pray for them.
That's right.
I mean, that's
For someone to come
That's-
alongside them.
yeah. It may not be you who can do that,
Right.
but you can
there'll be
always
somebody.
you can still pray. Like
Yeah.
For sure.
driving down the road and I'll see somebody on the side of the road and I'm just like, oh Lord, help that person. I can't stop and help them, but I don't feel comfortable stopping and helping somebody. But I can always pray for him.
Certainly.
Well, I mean, you are handy with with working on the engine of a car.
Okay, now we learned something
No,
tonight.
I'm not. I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, don't be modest.
That's when she's praying. That's when
Pray I drive by.
God, this person needs Sue. Could you please just bring her by?
That's right. So, last one. What practical steps can we take to resist pride and cultivate humility? Resisting pride and cultivating humility.
We have to be, it is, but we have to be so careful when we do something.
Sure.
To make sure that it's to the glory of God.
Right.
And not,
Yeah.
good job.
Right.
You know,
Or did you see what I just
Yeah.
did?
And that's, and I mentioned that Sunday, morning. I was like, if we think that we don't have pride, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
Because we all
we all do.
battle it, and it doesn't take but one thing to bring you back down, and you need that. I think we all need that to kind of be brought back down to reality, and you're like, okay, you're not God's gift to the world.
Sorry.
It's not like getting the big head.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Tom used to say, you got it. It's long.
I would say that's probably in certain contexts, not in every.
Not everything.
Oh, well.
Well, I hate that we didn't, that Tommy,
Well, he texted me and he
Oh,
said,
did
"Will
he?
you please put my stuff on the stage? He'll
Oh,
get it tomorrow."
okay.
He had a,
He must have
he
left.
had an important
he
phone
must
call.
have,
that
He
okay.
must have left.
Well, thank you for the lesson.
Well,
Really good.
thank you guys for,
Well, we could have gotten his book and cheated out of his book.
oh, he probably had all the
He's got
questions
everything
already
underlined.
answered.
His Obadiah. Yep.
Yeah. See? Yeah. Are you wanna do it? I'll do it.